a sailboat on the Red River, and they were about half a mile apart. Apart. So on the way to school, I could stop off and row my boat for a while on the one river. And when I went after school, after I finished delivering my papers, I could go down to the Red River and sail. And I did these things all the time.
How old were you then?
The whole damn Western world is finished. Everything that happened 2,500 years ago with the discovery of writing, at least phonetic writing, every pattern that developed from that world of the visual orientation of man, all the laws, all the philosophy, all the individuality, all the civilization, literally civilization, the idea of the citizen that grew out of that world, finished right now. It isn't going, it has gone. We just have a little aftershine left right now. It's gone. I'm not being pessimistic. I'm reporting something that happened some time ago. It's just we're just involved in a mopping up operation. But the disappearance of the private person, the private family, you can see, with the disappearance of the private person, everybody suddenly feels that private ethics are meaningless. And we call it permissiveness. And we don't feel we have the right to punish anybody anymore. Because society is really to blame. How can we punish anybody if we don't believe that anybody's responsible for anything? About happiness or about the childhood and so on. When I was a kid, I spent a lot of my time building boats.
Oh, yes?
Yes, I was a carpenter. I thought I was an engineer, and I went into engineering.
Yeah.
Well, we started pre-engineering. He was in the second year of a 5-year course. So I sat in 4 weekly seminars with him. There are always seminars with the instructor. I never quite kept control of the McLuhan's tendency to take command. It was very interesting.
About happiness.
Happiness to me is something I am not much interested in, I can tell you that. At no period of my life was I interested in being happy. I was very interested in getting on with what I was interested in. And in practice, that turned out to be a source of considerable happiness, in the sense of satisfaction. When I was a kid, I spent a lot of my time building boats.
He was actually a pretty handy guy. He built, for example, sailboats. I used to have the plans for one of them. It's gone for a long time now, but I remember the name, How to Build a Racer. And when he got to Cambridge, he was a rower. He got into rowing. Well, you can't sail in those rivers anyway. The bridges are too low, and there are too many of them.
And we're very close because there's so many things we were reading that we found occasion to argue with, discuss. We went through the Chesterton stage, What's Wrong with the World, a Mark Lowell book, and he picked up L.L. Price. I have it somewhere with his name in it, Bill. Something on economics, an elementary textbook. He gagged at that. Since I was taking economics, I read Chesterton and became quite interested. And then from, I suppose, for over a year, there was plowing through the New Jerusalem Father Brown stories a whole bit, and standing arguing on street corners. Remember one occasion, we left some meeting, started to walk home. We didn't live too far away from it. And we were still talking when I noticed the milk wagons going by in the morning. It was about 4 or 5 in the morning, and we were talking in that corner for roughly 4 to 5 hours somewhere, completely unaware of time and the genius of Chesterton and his paradox. Beautiful, but, and then of course disagreeing a good deal on a good many things.